It's a god-awful small affair. To the girl with the mousy hair. Hey, y'all, come on in. You're here on a great day.
We got a surprise package from Wits End.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
We are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, y'all, come on in. It's great to see you. Thank you for finding our little barbershop. If you happen to be here during one of our live premieres on YouTube, why? What are you doing out there? Come on inside. Meet the Whiff Pack. Cool group of friends hanging out from all over the world. They'd love to meet you, too.
They would. And for our mention today, we would like to talk about this surprise package that showed up from our friend Big Papa Moore.
Y'all, we entered the Jerry Plessy raffle and were lucky enough to have won this most exquisite Never Alone brush. But this enormous box showed up in the mail, and we're going to be unpacking its treasures slowly over the course of the next few episodes because, y'all, this dear man threw in so many extra exquisite little treasures, including two of these custom tumblers that he and his wife, who is a graphic artist, designed for us. Are you kidding me? Look at the detail on this. Y'all, we were crying when we opened this box.
So
and
sweet.
We will tell you why on our next episode, because one of the other things he sent was one of the most cherished possessions I now own. But what is our soap today?
We have a new artisan from Etsy, Wits End. Let's meet the soap.
All right, y'all, from the Wits End page at Etsy.com.
The Motherlode is distinguished by its boldness and enticing sweetness. This fragrance encapsulates a luxurious, masculine essence, incorporating notes of blood mandarin, grapefruit, mint, cinnamon, rose, amber, leather, and patchouli.
Y'all, normally I can kind of piece together in my brain what something might smell like from the scent notes, but I am pretty flummoxed. I don't know about y'all. But being a new artisan, we have learned that we have no idea what mysteries and wonders might lie in store for us when we open the box. Y'all, this is from Kenneth, the artisan from far off Virginia,
Wow.
and this is how the boxes come. Beautiful.
Let's see.
All right. Woo, look
What
at
is
this.
happening here?
Hold on. Little baggie of stuff here on top. Some
My
candy
goodness.
and stickers.
Maybe
Oh, as a new
man.
artisan, you're already doing everything right out of the box. Definitely understood the assignment. Look at these, y'all.
And those are some good candy
Oh,
options,
these are
I
the
gotta
good
say.
kind. And then, hold on.
What? Hey!
There is a note of notes
Wowie,
in
zowie.
here. Yo, hold on, where are my glasses? Marcus and Sarah, welcome to Wits End Small Batch Goods. It's a pleasure to meet you and introduce my products as I begin this exciting journey. I enjoy your show and truly appreciate everything you do. Thanks for your support, Kenneth Milhoff, Wits End.
man.
And then there's a little description
Of
of each of the
soap.
3 scents that he sent. Y'all! And we've already heard rumblings from the community about how awesome the Wits End stuff is. Doug Laneberry Bedford tipped us off. Oh, and I'm putting these back on to look at what else is in this box.
It's fancy in here.
Wait a minute, y'all. Look at this. Oh! What is even this?
I don't know.
Wait a
There's
minute.
a lot more than I thought
Hold
was showing
on.
up.
Look at that.
It's like a 3D label.
I've never seen
Holy moly.
anything like this. Oh, this is 2 soaps. Okay, hold on.
okay.
So this is the Motherlode one.
That's the one for
This
today.
is Huckleberry.
Oh.
I will be his Huckleberry anytime. Look how big these tubs
Right?
are. Wait a minute. What's
And
the
this
amount?
is a 3D label too. Like there's a
So-
texture to this.
Right. How much is in this? Oh, 4
4
ounces.
ounces.
Okay, gotcha.
A different
Oh,
flavor
yo, and I'm
one.
guessing this is our 3rd guest of the show. And I do know that this one is the one I'm most excited about, which is why we are saving it a little bit. Well, they're well packaged. Can I please get an orangutan in here to help me open this? Because clearly my
Lady,
hands are
help us out.
butterfingers. This one looks a little different, y'all. And can you understand why Marcus would be most excited about root beer float? We're going to have to actually make a root beer float when we
will.
shoot that episode.
It's
we
happening.
are getting Taco Bell for the Baja Blast
Yep.
episode that's upcoming. Y'all, this looks like something something I would find at that upscale toy store in Berkeley, Mr. Mops, or like a Dungeons and Dragons store?
I want them to be able to see like the 3D happening with the label. Like no picture is doing it justice. I don't know how to show you.
Relief. Look at that.
And it has Marcus's favorite little kind of cover on the outside.
No, yours is the first schnoz getting on this little treasure. Well, y'all, new Artisan Day, a scent that we have no idea what it's going to smell like even after reading the sales page. We are in for an adventure today, y'all. Come along for this first impression. Oh, there we go. All right, and I think I want you to go first and let me know what I am in for here today.
My goodness.
I'm excited to see the pour.
Oh!
Y'all, a little mother of pearl iridescence going on the soap itself. It's not a gourmand, so she's getting antsy already. All right, take it in. See what you get.
The mother load. What do we got? Oh, this kind of has a nice classic aftershave meets almost cologne-y, fresh, clean vibe coming in. You are not weighing the depths of the ocean. There is something dapper and clean about this. So this shiny coin action, I feel like I'm in a nice suit going on. I'm getting ready to go out. The freshness in here, it has a little bit of a green side. I think it's more herbies coming through. And then there's like a gentle woodsy side that's kind of mellowing out. And then let me dive back in to see what's next. There's a part of this that my brain wants to almost put in like a barbershop-y lane. And I'm trying to figure out what that part is. It doesn't go powdery, but the cleanliness, like the clean, almost soapy side I'm getting, it starts off kind of aiming a little barbershop-y, and then it cleans up. It gets a little more dapper. So something pivots to go with it. And I think that's the minty side. Like there's something that's keeping it a little cleaner. Like I would want this to start my day. I think I'd enjoy having it throughout the day. But there's something like a get ready, almost barbershop-y kind of thing happening.
There's spearmint in the barbershop that we're crafting over there, y'all.
There has to be some sort of a citrusy thing in here.
Okay.
But I don't think it's the stereotypical bergamot. I think it's more lemony. I think there's something in it that's just adding a bright kind of sunshiny day in here for me.
I think I'll go for a walk outside now. Summer sun's calling my name.
There's something that approaches almost a cologne-ness. It doesn't go aquatic, so I don't want you to get stuck in that lane, but I do get like a blue, almost green kind of side coming through. Right. So I think the cleanliness side kind of transform into the get ready side. So I don't know what in the scent notes is creating that, but it's having that fresh, brisk, kind of fresh air, open a window kind of a thing. Like I do really want to start my day walking out the door smelling like this.
The vet calls it hyper bonded.
All right, so if I had to go on my scent journey so far, I think I have the citruses bringing me in. They're gentle, but they're sweet. And then it goes into more of an herby green. I think it's the minty kind of thing coming through into a spiciness. Not dark, but just kind of like a light woods, maybe. If I had to pick something, I think it listed cinnamon. I'm not exactly getting that, but there's something about the bark of the tree or the woodsiness that's coming through. And then it cleans up at the end. And that's like the sneak attack, where normally I would assume it'd get a little darker. It doesn't. It kind of starts riding back up the roller coaster at the end. I think it's a light floral. It's something soapy. It's kind of approaching the line. Like if I had to pick, it goes masculine and then it stops. And then it starts to veer into something that I would wear. So the cologne kind of flip on it at the end. So maybe I have to say it's more of a unisex just because of that. It kind of rides that line in a very fresh, clean, start your day with a smile on your face vibe.
It's a kind of a freshy kind of idea?
It goes close to that, but then it stops. It kind of has a little bit of the barbershop-y aftershave that sticks with it, and it doesn't quite dive completely into freshy. But if I had to pick, there's an open window. There is fresh air coming through.
Gotcha.
I like that we have a few from this artisan because I think the base on this is coming through in a clean, dapper kind of way.
Right.
And I'm curious to see if that's actually part of the scent itself
right.
or the base. So I'm glad we have a few more. We can get back to when we get to the next two.
Right.
But I'm liking what it's doing here. So if it's intentional or if it's not, it's working wonderfully.
Yeah, I think the Sterling base actually adds some nice things to some of the scents. The Hogs base has that lovely clay scents on some of them.
It smells expensive. Like I feel like I could have gotten into like a fancy hotel room, and this is like the soaps and stuff that they have on the counter, and you take a whiff and you're like, I need to take that home. There's something about that happening here. So maybe it's more of a you hit the mother load and you got to stay in a really fancy resort or something. Maybe
there you go. Well, every Vegas hotel that costs more than $200 a night has an EDP crafted for their lobby. Y'all, you can buy it in the gift shop.
Yeah, if this comes in an EDP, I don't think there's anything in this that you'd get tired of. I think you'd want it to last all day.
Does he have EDPs?
I don't know.
Hold on.
So far, we just see beard oil and tallow skin balm. So maybe they'll be coming, and maybe some splashes if we could put our vote in. I really am liking how the citruses are meeting the minty side. That's the more feminine side to me. And then I think there is something that's a floral that's sometimes used in barbershops, which is why my brain is digging to have that kind of thing. I'm curious once you smell it. But then there's something that just kind of goes a little masculine. I think it said leather or cinnamon, like something in the spices.
Right.
I think that's kind of where it just has the final send-off. But this is way different than I was expecting. I don't know why I thought it was going to be deep, dark, and grungy for some reason, but I am thoroughly getting to know this new artisan.
I will trade you a Cavalier
There you
King
go.
Charles Spaniel
This
for
is
this.
our mother load right here.
Here we go, taking it in. I love the presentation.
Me
This is
too.
totally
Quality.
new. Right, all right, here we go. Oh, you are right. They have reinvented the freshie with this, y'all. Echoes of Aqua di Gio and those kind of things we love so much. But there's so much more going on. You know how when you put on Aqua di Gio, it's kind of to be a transparent thing throughout the day, a little bit of a fresh hit. Well, this starts with that, but then it's got a personality under the surface. It's got a spine of something that's a little different. Hold on. Okay, the first thing is how the citrus has been constructed, because you open the door and there's a big old grapefruit standing there. Hi, how you doing? Come on in. But here's the thing. You know me and grapefruit, not the biggest fan. Well, not a problem for me here. You know why? Because as soon as you come in and you turn around, the grapefruit's not a grapefruit anymore. It's a sweet, decadent, rich, red blood orange. The grapefruit vanishes, just there to give you a little dapper hit of citrus, and then the citrus sweetens and darkens. And I would say this is a citrus-centered soap, to be sure, but everything going on with those other singers takes it in some beautiful new directions. All right, hold on. Ooh, okay, under the citrus is a layer of clean soap. And y'all, I used to walk into Sephora in the 90s and say, what do you have that just smells like soapy, smells like a bubble bath? That's the second layer of this, which you'd think would be tricky to do.
Right.
Because citrus and classic, like, creamy soap don't always go great together. These transform beautifully from layer to layer. Okay, hold on. Now we're going to go deeper. Oh! Okay, if you have smelled, Gorguts, I'm looking at you, the Happy Land Barbershop. That's very different. Built with leathers. Built, I might even say it, with squinchy things, but once you smell it, you're like, oh my Lanta, this is totally different. Like walking in the Western goods store downtown, but it's got a barbershop on top of it. Y'all, this is sitting on a base of soapy leather. Think Leviathan from Barrister and Man kind of thing going on under the surface. And all three of the points of this triangle should be pulling harder against each other, but they're not. They are all getting along beautifully on this play yard. And for a new artisan, y'all, beautifully intense. It's a lighter scent, so it doesn't have like crazy Herod kind of things going on in their smokes patchoulis, but it's a palpable intensity. I'd say 3.5 or a 4. Beautiful. And where the soaps and the leathers are coming together is almost a gentle sense of smoke, but not like a cade, more like when you walk out of your back door on a winter night and your neighbors have just lit a fire. Yeah, masculine to be sure, but I'd say this defining characteristic is clean. I think its spine is citrus.
Okay.
I think you're right. But y'all, if you are not the biggest fan of citrus, there is so much else going on in here to discover. It almost kind of masks it.
It doesn't have the sour side of the citrus. It's almost a gentle,
right.
sweet, clean
Not
side.
the pulpy part,
No.
but a little tartness. And I think the magic is the tartness of the sweet is then being offset beautifully and arrested by the sweet of the soapy, creamy center. And then that, getting a little too light for its britches, is then grounded in the leather, in the patchouli at the end. It's a beautiful triangle for me. Not that it descends down like scent notes, but it keeps repeating like on a loop. I go up to the citrus, I go down to the cream, I go over to the leather, and then back up for some more orange. And it is orange. Y'all, it's weird, but I don't sense that grapefruit anymore at all. It was like the only doorman when I first sensed this, but I don't even get it now when I'm looking for it with 2 hands and a flashlight. A tiny bit of like that best friend's house
I'm with you.
sense
Yeah.
growing up. His mom used way better laundry stuff. She vacuumed a little bit more often than my mom, and she used the powder that would go on the carpet first. That's class.
That's why I think I was thinking almost like a hotel vibe. Like,
Right.
or is it just bed and breakfast?
Oh.
Like something's turned up about it.
Wits End, you better keep this away from the Four Seasons Hotel or this is what they're going to be smelling like come summer. And you know what's funny? This is not like a London or even a Canada type of scent. This is almost like the Bahamas kind of thing. What Monte Carlo
There you
might
go.
smell like.
It does have like an adventurous side to it. I'm not sure how, but it's more of an outdoorsy kind of thing.
And it only gets sweet, y'all, from the natural elements in this. There's not like an added floral to sweeten it up. Well, I'm super excited to build a lather with this brand new base and reinvestigate these scent notes a little bit. All right, let's dive back in. We're going to start with Blood Mandarin, that slightly sweeter, smaller orange that y'all love so much. I think that might be the spine of this if I had to call one.
You know, and it's interesting because my brain would not know that that's what it was, but it would know that it's a sweeter citrus. And having the grapefruit next to it might be where they blend, but it isn't an orange for me. It's a mandarin. Like there's something different, that gentle kind of candied side of the mandarin.
And then somehow this next note, mint. Yo, look at my face. You would not think that like a blood orange and a mint would necessarily go together beautifully hand in hand, but here, I think that's part of what brings it down into that soapy barbershop center for me.
Almost like when you have a lemonade and you add in a little sprig of mint leaf. Like there's something like the sweeter side happening. Those two are where the magic's at in here.
And then, do you get cinnamon? Hold on, I think this might be the secret weapon inside of this bad boy.
If I try to go for it, everything above it and below it start bouncing. Like it's almost like that's the part that must be helping hold everything together, but you can't even diagnose what that is.
You know what it is for me? It's not the barky wood part of the cinnamon. It's not the redwoody part of the cinnamon. It's the high, hot, sweet part of the cinnamon. Stay with me, boys. From when you would crack open your toothpicks in chemistry class. That.
Almost like the bright side of like the big red gum, like that kind of the after whiff that comes.
Right. Eating an orange while you're chewing.
There you
big
go.
Red gum. Oh, interesting. And then rose.
Oh, there is that
How are
floral.
you getting the rose? I am not really sensing it in here.
You know, I think that's why I couldn't find the leather as well. They almost blended together somehow. Like the leather and the rose kind of came.
And with amber in between them, that makes sense. I think that's part of that soapy center for me. I think the leather is kind of what brings the mid notes down into the base, which might be a lone singer here, y'all. Patchouli.
Yeah.
Patchouli, ubiquitous in barbershop scents, but you'd never really know. I think it's a lighter, cleaner patchouli in here. It's not a real earthy, vetiver-ish patchouli for me.
And this is where my brain was having a hard time figuring out, was it more of an aftershave kind of thing or a cologne kind of thing? And they're kind of in between.
Right. Well, like if the freshies of the 2000s had brought more of the citrus and spices from the aftershaves in the 70s and 80s, maybe that, right? All right, let's see how
soft, so
this
be
behaves.
gentle.
Oh, it's super soft. I
soft.
could probably just have poured this into the bowl. Think McDuff's or Adopted Acres.
Yep.
Probably even softer than that, actually. So do you call it a crope? I think it has to do with ingredients, too.
Oh, yeah. But to me, it's more like the McDuff's kind of light thing. Your finger would go straight through if you like whipped cream, you know, kind of a...
And this is my Captain's Choice Aquamarine Bowl. They should be charging double for these. Y'all go check them out. They're handmade, they're heavy, they're gorgeous, and they hold heat if you want your lather to be a little bit beyond room temperature. And I'm just going to hit this with a little bougie water. And okay, I am getting whiffs of like Aqua di Gio.
Okay.
Here you getting that? What a fabulous
Not as
summer
blue, but it's
scent
really
this
close to
is.
that. Wow, new brush and
New brush and
base.
new artisan.
Okay.
All right, y'all. So this is my Never Alone brush produced by the Razor Company for their annual campaign. And this was a gift from Scott Big Papa Moore from his den. It is
So
brand new. And
sweet.
look at the sparkles. We Rochammed for this. And this will be added to my
Yes,
collection.
it will.
I'm so excited. All right, here we go. I love this knot. Too, Big Papa. She's got a couple of brushes with it. I don't. So I'm so excited to have this now in my arsenal. And I'm just going to go forwards and backwards. And look at this. By virtue of how soft it is, the soap's already gone. It's already hiding in the bristles of the brush, not in the bowl anymore. So now I'm going to go down and grab a little of this water and start building my lather in earnest. Oh, the citrus is transforming quite a bit in this.
Yeah, I am curious how the grapefruit part is going to kind of nail down where
It's
you're going to like
coming
it.
back a little bit. I know I said I was having trouble finding it in the soap base, but now that we've added some water, the grapefruit man cometh. Oh, I love when it starts going schloopy, only 1 minute into building the lather. That's a good sign. Look at this. I'm already getting peaks.
That is doing some great things. Just saying.
Look at this, y'all.
Oh, I'm getting whiffs over here
I know.
now.
I know the citrus is really exploding floating out of this.
I do have to say, I think it's kind of like the masculine approaching feminine side. Like there's something in it that I would still use it.
I kind of put it right down the middle.
Right? I'm curious in a splash, like without the soap base in there, how that would kind of play out. But I do have to say, I'm enjoying getting whiffs from here.
Kind of adds to the shirt.
It does. Ken could have spilled while he was shaving.
Yeah, this is Ken, the vintage head shaver, if you didn't recognize him, as drawn by his daughter.
Yeah.
This brush feels like a rock in my hand. You got to try this a little bit, and look at that.
That lather is impressive.
I know, that is thick, y'all.
Wow. Oh, yeah, this has a good weight to it, I gotta say.
I know, I love the shape.
Did you get it on your face?
Well, now we got to shave the dog. She uses an electric. She is no kind of wet shaving hobbyist.
I can't trust her to stand still to use a
That
razor,
too.
so we're lucky if we can trim our toes.
She is not a great shaving partner.
She'll watch you shave.
She cries to be let in the bathroom when you're shaving, and then
Yes.
she cries to be let out of the bathroom while you're shaving.
She wants you to hurry up and be done first so she can be on your lap.
And we're both in there. She's in the tub, I'm at the sink. What do you need now for? And this is something you will only find here at the Barbershop Duet. This is the I'm at my wit's end. With on 3, 1, 2. Boy, that's nice. I like this more every time I smell it. Okay, hold on.
That woke up a little bit more.
Oh, the patchouli is way
Is that
more
what it is?
present in this for me. Hold on, smell that, and then get a whiff of that. That's what's going on in here.
My brain got like an herbiness.
Yes,
so
I was
maybe
going to say,
that's
even
it.
a little vetiver-ish sense under the surface of this. Nice.
I gotta say, it's almost like the sweeter side of the citrus went away and the cleaner sides woke up here more.
Even getting a tiny little, like, floral hit, and stick with me, a tiny little breakfast cereal hit. I'm not saying breakfast cereal is coveted by the fragrance community, but Dua released a raspberry breakfast cereal yesterday. It sold out in like 20 minutes. I already have my raspberry donut from them, so I'm happy with that. Well, what am I going to wear? Aventus?
All right, is it time to try out a new
my
base?
brush, and look at this.
Oh my goodness,
Y'all,
that's
is that
impressive.
Insane.
Good
so we
job,
love
Kenneth.
watching our new Damon Bond channel, Rabbit Shaves, but we don't do shaving in the Barbershop Duet. So we thought you might just like to see. Oh, look at this brush.
Yeah, the knot. It's a whole lot of things happening today.
Lather to my face. Beautiful. Oh, that feels amazing. Hold on. Wait.
Yeah?
A little stickier, like a little thicker.
Okay. This has a nice padded kind of extra slickness going on as well.
But it's thick. It's not like
It
foamy.
is.
Right?
No, it's got a nice thickness. Like you would feel very protected using this.
Well, y'all, come along with us. We're going down to Davy Jones' locker and take this show a little deeper. Well, this is cool. My mom grew up in Nevada City, a tiny little mountain mining town up in the California Sierras, and the Empire Mine is there, and it's famous for having found the mother lode. I think the Comstock lode was also found by somebody who lived in Nevada City, and that's what built the Bourne mansion that's there and stuff. So it was like a giant find of gold or silver deep in the mine that you would call the mother lode, because it was just huge and amazing and everybody got rich. Well, y'all, I'm not saying this doesn't smell like gold coins and luxury, but this kind of smells like gold coins and luxury.
You are very carefree wearing this. Like you have no worries in the world. There is a little bit of freedom when you have a mother lode waiting for you. So there's something about this scent that has that kind of carefree, almost like mountain fresh air too.
This smells more like a dude who would put stones in his whiskey than it does the Miner 49er from Scooby-Doo. But there is a tiny little carryover. Maybe his great-grandpappy had a pasty and went down and grabbed some silver out of the Comstock.
Maybe we'll have to ask Kenneth where that name come from, and then we can put it into the How It
There
Saves
we
section.
go.
But I am curious. I love the label, do not change it. I'm just so curious where that connection actually happens.
So it's pretty simple, y'all. Just be Floyd Collins venturing into the Great Sand Cave in Kentucky, looking for the mother lode and maybe a place to open a little theme park for families. But just about the time you find this one narrow little offshoot, sadly, you are going to get your own. So head over to Wits and SBG.etsy.com to find this and all kinds of other cool stuff. Well, I've had my shave, y'all, with Motherlode, and we can confirm that this is an homage to something in the 1 Million Millionaire line of things, a fabulous, intense, rich, and deep scent. And the lather, Wits End, you're doing something right here. It's set up beautifully in the bowl, easy, thick, creamy, protective, not foamy, a little bit more on the pasty side until it goes on your face, and then it just comes to life. You can control the size of the bubbles in this lather, and that's what I like. We will be back for a root beer float soon.
Welcome to our February messages.
Hey, y'all. So we reached out to Katie's Bubbles and asked Chris if they offer e-gift cards so we could make them our giveaway for February. And he said, well, we don't really do e-gift cards, but why don't you let me sponsor your giveaway of any premium soap from their line, Conus only. And all you have to do to be eligible for this most generous giveaway is send us an email here to WeSentYou@theBarbershopDuet.com so that we can get back to you. It's the only way we communicate about our giveaways, and then check back on our first March episode to see if you are our lucky winner.
Best of luck.
It's so different from everything else in our 750 soap collection, and I love that.
Me too. It's fun to see where a new artisan's going to start things off. So I'm excited to see, because if this is kind of more the clean, dapper side, then we have Huckleberry as the other one, and then we got our favorite kind of fun gourmandy side. So it's kind of the best of all the worlds that we have.
Beer floats coming, y'all.
It took me a while to figure out where the label ended. So sometimes they MacGyver the label so it goes within the lid.
Right.
This one is flush with the end. So the blackness of the label goes completely right into the edge of the top.
See, that's what I mean. The little touch is a luxury with this new artisan. This is awesome. Well, Kenneth, thank you so much for even knowing about our little show and sending this out for free to review as a new artisan. We are so impressed. Everything from the label to the scent to the base
stickers?
is just the height of luxury, as if you've been around this world for a while. And, maybe he has. We should probably give him a phone call after this and figure out why this is so amazing right out of the box.
Yeah, don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
I'll smell better just watching this.